conservative new media viewers, what's going on? It's me, John D. Villarreal, the 4-time national champion and the MMA expert. Okay, we've already talked about the other fight of this UFC fight. We're talking UFC, we're talking MMA, we're talking UFC on Fox. And we already talked about what I thought about the Ryan Bader versus Lyoto the Dragon Machida fight. In this video, we're going to talk about what do I think about and who do I think is going to win versus Shogun Rua against Brandon Vera, light heavyweight bout. And again, Dana White, I think, had said earlier this week, I believe, and I'll put stuff in the description, obviously, that either the winner of this fight or the other main event fight, I think co-main event, the Bader versus Machida fight, it gets in line for a title shot, you know, at light heavyweight. So that's very, very exciting. Look, this is Brandon Vera. I respect his skills. You know, he's obviously fought at heavyweight, fought light heavyweight. You know, he's moved around. And I think Brandon Vera is a good fighter that can do, you know, a very good fighter that can do a lot of different things. I just, bottom line for me, okay, he's got a name. I don't think he's at the same level as a Shogun Rua, and maybe at this point in the career, that's even more so. I think that Shogun Rua, you know, that is motivated, that comes in shape, and I think that he's been doing that more and more, is just so dangerous. There's so many ways that Shogun can win. We've seen that. Shogun, you know, always fights tough. You know, has got, you know, great strikes, great kicks. You know, can work the submissions, because just can do all kinds of things. And I just don't think that, you know, I just don't think that Brandon Vera is going to fare that well in this fight, in my personal opinion. So I'm not going to say it's not going to be competitive. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that, you know, I expect Shogun Rua to really, you know, enforce his will on this fight, and I think we could see some explosive fireworks from Shogun Rua early, and it wouldn't surprise me if this fight is 2 rounds or less. I mean, that's really where I see it. And again, no disrespect to Brandon Vera, and you know, and we can talk about the weigh-in here, but I mean, I'll foreshadow in the next video if I do that. I'm not sure that I will or won't, so we'll see. Don't hold me to that. But we may get into that, but I just think that, you know, if you look also at the weigh-in, and I think that was maybe some foreshadowing right there. I mean, I think that Shogun looked all business, and Brandon, he looked a little jumpy, maybe a little scared to me, you know, for whatever that's worth. And again, I may or may not talk about the weigh-in on the next video, but I mean, bottom line is you know, I mean, Shogun had, I mean, okay, yes, the loss to Dan Henderson, that was like one of the greatest fights ever. And you see the toughness, the intensity that Shogun was able to show, to just last through that and then come back. I mean, that, honestly, I don't want to hear Bonner, Griffin. I mean, no disrespect to Bonner or Griffin, please, neither Bonner nor Griffin, I don't care, sorry, are anywhere near the level, in my personal opinion, as a Shogun and a Dan Henderson. I mean, to see that level, that kind of competitive fight, 5 rounds. Okay, this isn't, you know, this is a, you know, 5 rounds that this went. I mean, to see these two, your champions from Pride and Henderson Strikeforce, and to see that kind of fight was just unbelievable at that level. To me, that was honestly one of the, if not the greatest UFC fight ever. So you see that from Shogun Rua. You see Shogun Rua, you know, just take devastating strikes from John Jones, you know, the current champion now, and hang in there for 4 rounds. You see what Shogun was able to, you were talking about Forrest Griffin, you see what Shogun was able to do against the second meeting, Forrest Griffin. I like what Shogun's able to do. I think that Shogun is focused, and I just think that he's just got too much for Brandon Vera. Where are you at on this? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Is Brandon Vera going to show up the world? And I mean, believe me, if Brandon Vera wants to get it back on track, winning it right here, you know, at at a main event match against Shogun Rua is, you know, definitely a way to get that done. And I mean, the stakes are so high in this match, I think, for both of these athletes, but I'm favoring Shogun Rua. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Where are you at on this weigh-in right now? We need to hear from you MMA fans. Give me the comments below. Please subscribe above. I'm John D. Villarreal, the 4-time national champion. You're watching Conservative New Media. Please rate this video up. Also, please post to your social networking sites. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.